In the previous video, we looked at completing the alternates analysis. In this video, we're going to look at summarizing all of the elements that will be necessary to close out the bid, which are found in the tabular window. A bid might have several complex requirements in order to complete the bid to the bidding agency. For instance, it could have a subcontractor listing requirement, a bid breakdown structure breakout, a bid item breakout. It could have a DBE analysis and good faith effort that needs to be managed, as well as several alternates in conjunction with the base bid. In many bid scenarios, all of these elements have to be resolved at the time of the bid. In some bids, some of the elements can be done later, like in a DBE analysis done an hour or a day later, or the alternates submitted an hour later or a day later. In the case where all of these requirements are needed at the time of bid closing, lots of information and lots of pressure is put on the bid captain to make sure that the bid runner gets the correct information. From the summary view, the bid captain is getting an idea of how all of the costs are stacking up, but in order to look at an overview of the entire bid, the bid captain would go to the tabular window. Inside of the tabular window, we have these diverse elements available that can all be seen as an overview from this one window. We can see the base bid and alternate totals in the first tab, and recognize that these totals are changing in a multi-user environment. Every 15 seconds, these total bid amounts could be updated by inputs that came from one of the users on a multi-user team that would change and refresh these amounts on the screen. We can see the subcontractor listing possibilities from this window. Here we see the matrix that they came from, the subcontractor. If they came from a database, we would also see the city, state, and contractor's license number that came from the database record, and we could fill in the bid documents. In states with complex subcontractor listing requirements, where in any sub that does 0.5% or more of the work must be listed onto the bid documents, we see our customers listing most of the subcontractors at 130 and then waiting to fill in 4 or 5 holes at the end of the bid as they get those last minute make or break bids. There's also different views for the bid breakdown summary, bid item summary, and bid item unit prices. And each of these three tabs, plus the subcontractor listing tab, are also available from the section spreadsheet. It could be possible that you would be running another machine, that somebody would be looking at these different elements as filters in the section spreadsheet, as well as someone being able to look at them from the tabular window in the summary view. Last is the DBE bids used. Will show me a listing of the different DBE subs that are being used with their amounts, percentage, and a recap of the goal amount that has been achieved so far by using them. These different elements can then be understood in a rapid fashion in the last 5 minutes of the bid process. We can also allocate the add-ons so that the numbers that display here in the window include all the add-ons, whether they're the direct costs or whether they include the indirect costs and the direct costs only. This window can be printed out and it can be reviewed quickly and efficiently so that if you have a bid runner on a cell phone, you can call them, transfer the information that is required. Hopefully they'll get that on the paper, on the bid documents, run into the bid room and submit that at 20 seconds to 2 so that you have the tightest, latest, best analyzed bid that your company can put forward to get that competitive advantage that you're looking for on your bid day efforts. The next set of videos will be about advanced topics inside of PrimeBid. Please review them and review the previous videos if it's all coming together for you now. Your comments would be appreciated on the training videos for PrimeBid.